All right, shalom. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Back out here on the highways and the hedges. And before I get started, I want to turn the east, face the east, and give all the praise and the glory and the honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Raha Kodash. And also double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, of Israel. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right? Because that's who we are here to speak peace to. All right? The elect of Israel. All right? And back out here on the once again, back out here on the highways and hedges. This is what we do throughout the week. We go out to the streets, man. We come out here to the streets. We come out to the public. All right. Hey, and that's a commandment that we're keeping. That was a commandment given unto us by Yahweh Shai. Whom the world calls Jesus Christ. Right? And he gave us a commandment to come out here on the highways and the hedges, which is the streets, and to bid as many as we can, all right, to this marriage, all right, because Yahweh Shai is on his way back, all right, to be joined. So when you go into the word marriage, it means to be joined, all right, unto. He's coming back to be joined unto his chosen, his beloved, the ones that he chose from the foundation of the world. Before everything was created, all right, you had 144,000 spirits, all right, that he created, Yahweh Shai created. And which are all men, which are all masculine spirits, may I add. All right. These were those same spirits with him these were the same spirits that was with him in the beginning of creation. All right. They was with Yahweh Shai when Yahweh Shai was creating everything. They helped Yahweh Shai create everything that we see. Everything that we see. And I'm not talking about just, shit that Esau built, these buildings. I'm talking about the earth, all right? The moon, the stars, those spirits were with Yahweh Shai, okay? And Yahweh Shai chose them, those spirits, to always minister to him. It's like spiders. So those same spirits are going to help Yahweh Shai restore this place, this earth. Those same spirits. It's like that. But what I want to touch on today is that the words words that we are foretelling, the things that we are foretelling, all right, is going to pretty much destroy this this system. You know, hey, you wicked people, okay? This is what's going to destroy and uproot every matter of fact. I'm gonna start off with that. All right, in the book of Jeremiah, and we'll see where the Spirit goes. See, you people don't understand that we have power over you. We've been given that power over you. All right? That's beautiful, man. We have been given power over these people. All right? Because through the things that we're saying, that we're saying habitually, you know, the things that we repeat, hey, it's going to be the death and fall with a lot of these people, beginning with Esau, Edom. All right? Because they're at the top right now, the Edomites, you know, beginning with the elite. But guess what? Through the words that come out of our mouth will be their demise. I mean, it's like they will be demoted. Okay? So you gotta understand that we have people. That's like we have power over these people. We have power over this. Really over this system. You know, through our words and through the names of Yahweh, Yahweh, man. You see? See, hey, a lot of people don't understand how powerful this word is that we speak. All right, man, you know what? I'm not even gonna say too much more, man. I'm just gonna read these scriptures. I'm gonna start at Jeremiah. You know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna start in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4. It said, "Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee." Right, because we were all spirits. I mean, it's like we were all in the spiritual realm before we came here on the planet Earth. All right? Before we came here on the planet Earth, we was in heaven, you know, in the fourth dimension. All right? We just didn't appear. You wasn't just created, you know, when you came in your mother's womb. All right? No, you was a spirit in the heavens, sent down from heaven. All right? And you have some older spirits than others. Like I said, you have the first fruits. Those are ancient spirits. Those spirits have been around since any other spirit, except for the heavenly Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. All right. All right. But that's another topic for another time. So, but you were a spirit in a heavenly dimension. All right. All All right, so once again it says, then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest out of the womb, I sanctified thee. That's right. So, hey, the elect were already cleansed before they came, out, came here on the planet Earth, or was formed in the mother's womb, and before they came on Earth, they were already chosen, from the foundation of the world. All right. It says, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. That's right. And this is one of my favorites. All right. See, before the prophets came on the earth, they was in heaven and stood before the throne. All right. And they was given a task. All right. Before they came down here, they was given a task before the throne to come down here and prophesy. All right. What we doing right now, what I'm doing right now, and what, beginning with the elder apostles on down, other prophets, what we doing, we was given this task from the head, from the Father himself, from Yahweh Shemal Shah himself. All right. Hey, that's Yahweh Shah even said it. He said, and matter of fact, let me get there. You see, because these false pastors, these teachers, they were ordained of men, okay? But guess who we were ordained by? Yahweh Shah, man. Going back to the heavens. All right? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick in the book of St. John, chapter 15. Yeah, this is St. John, chapter 15 and 16. It says, this is what Yahweh Shah said. He said, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. See that? And ordained you. There you go. And ordained you. All right? See, we weren't ordained of men. You see, because you had these false prophets, they're ordained by other men that's over them. They even say, they be like, who are you ordained by? They have, older pastors that ordain them, and then they get behind the pulpit and lie. All right? But guess what? We weren't ordained by men. All right? We were ordained by Yahweh Shai. All right? See, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. I ordained you, and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain. There you go. Same thing we read right here in Jeremiah, the first chapter. We were ordained by Yahweh Shai to come and preach the word and prophesy. To prophesy what? The downfall of kingdoms, of great kingdoms. All right, that's what we're set up for, man. You see, and through those words, and through those prophecies, through those prophesying, will result in those kingdoms falling. All right. I mean, what's the whole point of the prophets coming out here and prophesying? You read about in the ancient accounts. Anytime a prophet came on the scene, or prophets came on the scene, and spoke against someone or a kingdom, guess what happened to them? They went down. All right? The Lord always honors his man's word. You know? Because we speak his word. You see? These are not our words. We got to understand that. You know? Anytime we come on YouTube and hit the button, the record button, guess what? It is no longer us that are speaking. It is Yahweh, the Spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai, channeling through us. All right? He's just telling you what he's going to do through us. That's all. All right? That's all that's happening. He's telling the world, he's telling Esau and these other nations what he's going to do through us. Beginning with Apostle Tahar, Gabar, Rakai, and the Ramla on down. All right? So once again, Jeremiah 1 and 5, it says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. That's right. I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Because guess what? We here to prophesy against our enemies. All right? That's who the nations are. You know, we here to prophesy against them. You know, tell them what's before them. All right? And that's hardcore slavery, man. Well, now first, the dominion being taken away. All right? And after that, they're going to serve hardcore slavery, man. They're going to be beat. They're going to be tortured. All right? Because not only Esau has done us wrong, all right? These other nations, like Yahweh Shah spoke in the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. Hey, them dogs licked Lazarus' sores. All right? They licked his sores. They intensified that affliction. All right? They had a hand in that too. So that's why they're going to be judged too. That's why you nations are going to be judged too. All right? And that's what we're here to prophesy against you. You know? And not only that, but bring up the evidence. Because there must be evidence. All right? It goes into that in the Apocrypha. All right? Evidence must be found. You know, roughly paraphrase. It's evidence that must be found before one makes a decision. The decision, right? Which is, another word for decision is judgment. All right? So we want to get the evidence, get all the evidence, all right? And that's what give us a license to judge these nations, all right? And Esau, Edom, you know? All right, so with that being said, I'm going to jump to verse 9. It says, then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. All right, then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See that? So, the Lord speaks through us. In other words, all right. Basically, put the Lord is like I said before, He's speaking. He's speaking unto. He's telling, you know, the nations, Esau and the other nations, what he's going to do to them through us. All right? where it says, once again, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. And it says, see, I have this day set thee over the nations. All right, so that's like going back to what I said earlier. Hey, we have power over these people, man. Hey, and I'm not talking about the power that, see, people think carnally. All right? That's not the power I'm talking about. Hey, this is spiritual. Of course, we don't have physical power over them. You know, we don't have a military. Yeah, we're poor. All right? But where did that power come from? The word that we speak, man. All right? And the power, the names that we have, that we speaking, that we're proclaiming into existence. All right? Hey, the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the name of Yahweh Yahushai weighs this place down, man. It's a burden unto this place. All right? People don't understand that. It's a burden unto this place. All right, so once again it says, see, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms. Woo! That's not what I just said earlier. You know? Hey, that's not something to gloss over. That's not something to gloss over, man. You got to really think about that. We have power over the nations and their kingdoms. All right? All right, he says, see, I have set this day. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms. To root out, you see that? To root out and to pull down. All right? To root out and to pull down. So, whenever we prophesying unto the nations, like it said in verse 1 and 5, he said, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. And this is what we're doing. We're telling them that their kingdom and their rulership and that power is going to be disrupted. It's going to be their plans, future plans is going to be frustrated. Right? That power structure is going to be destroyed. All right, this is what we're telling them, man. And we're going to keep telling them. All right? That's why he said that, you know, what he said in Jeremiah 1 and 5. We're not here to save the nations. We're not here to comfort the nations. Hell no. Look what they did to us, man. And they still hate us. All right? You know? All right, matter of fact, let me go to, I'm going to hold that. Let me go to Isaiah 34 and 1. Because you got to understand that what we're saying, we just not out here just speaking, man. Like I said earlier, the prophets of old, look what they did. Hey, we still, look, we those same prophets back here today. People don't understand, man. Look, you know, look, we them same men back today, you know, with that same Yahushua. What did he say? What is that? Matthew 13. Him that hath, to him shall be given. All right. We those same spirit. Hey, Yahweh, it says in the book of Isaiah, my glory will I not give to another. Those same spirits, those same men are back today. And we are those men. We truly believe that. We gotta be, you know. We have that same power that we had back then over the nations, you know, over their kingdoms. All right. Every time that look, And if you're paying attention, you know, what we're speaking is folding this place up, man. You know, you got people walking around discomforted, you know, at dis-ease, you know, uneasy, you know. You know, this place is being shooken up because of what? What we're prophesying about. You know, you got people, they pretend like they got it out, they keeping it together. Nah, man. Hey, we know what's going on, man. You know, this is Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear. That's right, and that's talking about the heathens. You know, because come and listen. Hey, so the Lord is putting them, letting them know, really just get prepared. Hey, because get ready for what's going to happen to y'all. You know? Hey, the Lord is warning y'all before he brings y'all demise. So once again it says, come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people. That's right. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come from it. It said, yeah, the world. How the world, the internet. All right, this is one of those internet scriptures as well. You know. It said, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. There you go. So this is what we're here to tell y'all. And what is indignation? His righteous anger. Okay? And it's going to start on this side. That's why you see those nations over there getting jacked up. You know? Suffering, you know, on a extreme level, man. He said, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. It said all nations. It didn't say some. It said all nations. Okay? So how are the nations going to be saved? It told you right here that his indignation is upon all nations. All right? Every single last one of them, just like I tell you in the book of Jeremiah, every single last one of them is going into captivity. Right? It said, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. I mean, that's what Yahweh Shai is going to do when he come back. All right? And that's the Revelation 12, you know, war in heaven. That's a link to this scripture. You know? And we're speaking about it. And guess what? It's going to happen. It says, verse 3, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. All right, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Right, so that's what we're speaking death to existence. All right, that's what we do. We speaking death to existence, man. All right, and this is literally gonna happen. We're gonna have bodies just laid out. This place is gonna stink. All right. And it says, verse 4, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. That's right. I'll read that again. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. That's, hey, these elites. Oh, no, Salakia. Let me read that again. He said, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. Right. Hey, you people, these people, it's finna, this that nuclear destruction that's coming. All right, it said, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And all their host shall fall down. Right, who is their host? That would be the elites, the elite banking families. All right, that's the elite banking families. You know, they at the top, but guess what? Y'all are on y'all way down. All right, that's y'all destination. You know, like they say, the only way when you're up, the only way to go is down. All right, and hey, while they going up, we going down, we going up. And literally and figuratively speaking. Right? So once again, it said, and their host shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as the falling fig from the fig tree. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's right. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. That's right. So, the Lord is going to bring a great judgment upon the Edomites, right, and these other nations. All right. Let's go back to Jeremiah, the first chapter, and verse 10. It says, see, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms. That's right. To root out and to pull down. There you go. To root out and to pull down and to destroy. Man, you see the power we have? All right? The Lord has given us this power. All right? He said to root up, to pull out, and to destroy. To pull down and to destroy. All right? Let me read that again. See, I have this day set thee over the nations, and over. Well, let me start from 9. It said, then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down. All right. And how do we do that? Through this word, through prophesying. All right? Through prophesying. Okay? Let's get 2 Corinthians. Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. Verse 3. It said, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Right. But like I said, we're taking this place down through the word that we speak. All right? We not here to get carnal like the Black Panthers. All right? Like these different revolution groups. You know, you got, even other camps in Israel packing pistols to camp. I mean, what is your faith? That shows you I don't have no faith. Hey, it can't be the true prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. It can't be. You packing a pistol to camp, you know? Hey, man, you're not a prophet of Yahweh Shemal Shah, man. Let's just be real. All right? Now, I'm not saying that it's nothing wrong with having a peace. All right? There's nothing wrong with that. But we don't rely, you don't put your trust in that, you know? No, we put our trust in Yahweh Shemal Shah. We go to camp, man. We know that angels are present, man. And tell you that in Psalms 34. The eye of the Lord is upon the righteous. All right? The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous. Many elders and brothers, they didn't capture many a times of chariots. And the times they did camp, man. You know? You never know what the angels are, but they're present. So why we gotta have some carnal weapons? We don't need them. We have this word, we have this truth, man. You know? Hey, Yahweh Shai didn't need no weapons. Hey, when they came and got him, you know, with Judas Iscariot, and one of the, I can't remember, it was one of the soldiers, they asked if he was who they was looking for. Now, if I can remember Yahweh Shai, all he said was, I am. And all he did was speak a word. And, hey, the man, he stumbled back. It was a force through Yahweh Shai's word and made that man stumble back. You know? Hey, man. And that was Yahweh Shai's word. It's not his word. Did not just read that he speak through us. The words that we speak are powerful, has a mighty force behind it. We don't need no fucking gun. Alright? All we need is the words of Yahweh Shemal Shai, man. To back these people, to move these spirits, man. You know, that's all we need, man. Alright, so once again it said, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. That's right. Let me go to what's that? Psalms 44. Psalms 44 and Psalms 44 and 5, it says, through thee will we push down our enemies. That's right. Like I said, Esau, the elite on top. Hey, but guess what? They're going to be the elite at the bottom. Hey, man, it's heavy. Hey, the Lord, hey, they on the top now. They at the top now. They got the best now, but then they gonna get the worst. All right, they gonna get the worst. They gonna get the worst punishment. They gonna get y'all gonna be beat more than the other nations in our kingdom. Man. Y'all gonna get it way worse in our kingdom. Believe that. It said, "Through thee will we push down our enemies." Through thy name we will tread them under that rise up against us. That's right. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. There you go. See, I will not trust in my bow. All right. Neither will my sword save me. And what is there today? Those AKs, your handgun, whatever. You know? It says, 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and 3 again, it says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High. There you go. His word. These scriptures. I said, but mighty. Man, come on. I said, but mighty through the power through the Most High. Salaki. To the pulling down of strongholds. There you go. To the pulling down of strongholds. Hey, America is a stronghold. All right? So, this is what gives you better understanding what it's talking about in Jeremiah, the 1st chapter. We talked about us rooting up, and we're doing it through the power of the scripture, the power of prophesying. All right? This is the power of prophesying. And that's why the scriptures, that's why the Apostle Paul said to desire prophecy. Desire prophesying. This is the greatest gift to have. They tell you that in the scriptures. Prophesying, because there's so much power behind it, man. This is the power. This is a power, man. You know, this is a spiritual power. You know, being able to prophesy, you know, getting all in the spirit, just being consumed and controlled and moved by the Ruach Kodesh, all right, and just speaking things to existence. All right, man, this is a spiritual power, man. Not everybody on the planet Earth has this gift, all right? We've been given this gift. You're beginning with Apostle Tahar on down, man. We've been given this gift, man. We've been given this power. This is a power that we have. All right? You see? This is definitely a spiritual power. All right, so once again, said for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the power, through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations. That's right. And every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and that would be Esau. You see, this word that we're speaking is going to humble these devils, man. All right, this word that we're speaking is going to humble these devils. It's going to put them down. All right? And it says, bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai. There you go. All right, so the word that we're speaking is going to destroy the Edom, Esau, and these other nations, man. It's going to destroy their kingdom, destroy their power structure. All right? Hey, man, we're going to intercept their future plan just through the words that we're speaking. Hey, man, the Lord said, you want the kingdom? You want to get out of here? All we gotta do is prophesy, man. That's all we gotta do. This is how we're gonna get up out of here. Continue to prophesy, speak against this place, man. Because the more and more we speak, if you notice, man, the apostles have been on the scene for a long time, and they have not let up. All right, fruit has been brought in. All right, and the more and the longer they went, guess what? The more that they spoke, and the more that they spoke, the worse this place got. Now look where we at now. This place is through, man. Hey, yeah, we just waiting on the fatality. All right? Because Yahweh Shemal Shah finna finish this place, man. Like, just Everything is finna be just in the past. All right, it's gonna this place, America. All right, it's gonna be a thing in the past. That's what these people don't want to know. They don't want to hear it. But you're gonna keep on hearing it. That's why these people. That's why these Jakes don't like us, man. Cause they love that we talk about how they get comfortable here, man. They don't want this place to go. But guess what? We're gonna continue to speak it. All right, America, your lives that you live now, all right, and you, all right, go. Nah, even the 2/3, everybody's gonna come back, man. But everything here is gonna be this place is gonna be a thing in the past. America, that's one thing ain't gonna come back, because kingdoms are also reincarnated. But guess what? This kingdom right here and Esau, hey, everything about Esau and everything that he's created and built is gonna be a thing in the past and never appear again. It will never appear again. Once the Lord destroys the Edomites and your kingdom, all right, hey, it will never come to pass again. And call on Yahweh Shema Shah for that. The water Yahweh Shema Shah for that. You see? Because, man, ever since this devil, hey, he bring nothing but hell, chaos. He's destroying the earth. He's destroying the people. Hey, man, we care about the earth. The earth is a beautiful place. The earth has a spirit too, man. We care about the earth, And look what he's doing. Look what they're doing to it. They got to fucking go, bro. Hey, but and just through a word spoken, this devil's gonna go out. Hey, that's really humiliating. Hey, that's just like this buff guy getting into a ring with a lightweight. All right, and that lightweight beat the shit out of him. All right. That's how the Lord like to work. You see, these people don't know how. People don't know. How about Shemal Shah in his nature? He used small things. He used the small to destroy great things. Hey, that's why when you go into David, when he fought, what did he fight Goliath with? He fought him with a rock. What did he defeat him with? Shalaki, what did he defeat him with? He defeated him with a rock. All right, just a rock, an insignificant rock, man. Hey, that was a shadow. That represents how this word. Hey, it's this word. It's through a word, we're gonna destroy our greatest enemy. All right, just through a word spoken, we're gonna destroy our greatest enemy. Think about that, man. All right, read that again. It said, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai. There you go. You see? So that's how we're going to overcome our enemy. Just by prophesying against them. All right? We get Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 12 and 11. It said, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. And who is the they? They will be the elect. Alright? Alright, so it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Woo! There you go. So that's how they're going to be defeated. This is how we're going to get the victory over our enemy. This is by the word of our testimony. Okay? And like I said, that's humiliating. You getting your whole kingdom being eradicated. You being diminished through a word. Through a word being spoken against you. I'm talking about everything that they built, they gonna lose it all via a word. Just a word being spoken against them. That's fucking humiliating, man. Alright? That's humiliating. So once again it says, and they overcame him. Well, you know what? Let me start at verse 10. It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his anointing. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. You see that? For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. How? It's going to show you. Hey, I just read that in 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Right? How they cast down through the word. And that's what it's going to say. It says, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down. Who is that? The Edomites. Right? It said, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. Alright, then it's going to tell you how they was cast down. It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. There you go. You see? So that's fucking humiliating, man. Alright? And guess what? We just getting our lick back. You know? Hey, because like I like to say, you know, Yahweh Shai, he coming back and get his revenge. But guess what? People fail to realize that the prophets getting theirs too. The prophets is getting their revenge too, man. You know? And it's starting now through us prophesying against this place, man, and against these devils. And watching them fall, watching them actually cripple them. Cripple their power structure. Cripple their system. Alright? This is us getting our lick back. And like I said, just getting started. Alright? Yep. So, there's something else I wanted to give. I get Isaiah 48. This is Isaiah 48 and 3. It says, I have declared the former things from the beginning. Right, and that's the prophecies. Right? And it says, and they went forth out of my mouth. Right, and what is that? What is his mouth? The prophets. That will be us. We are the mouth of Yahweh Shai, man. He said, and they went forth out of my mouth. I showed them. Right. Yeah, because like the scripture say, Amos 3:7, the Lord doeth nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. All right? All right, so I'm going to read that again. I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth. And I showed them. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. That's right. So, hey, these words that's in these scriptures, in this book, the words that's in this book don't come off the pages, and they're going to come to life. All right, we're reading them. All right, like it said, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I showed them. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. So we reading out of these scriptures and breaking them down, the prophecy, going into these prophecies, and these scriptures in this book is going to come to life. All right, going to come into existence, man. They're going to jump off the pages, like they say. All right. So this is the power that we have been given, and they show you that in these different movies. You know, maybe a horror movie or whatever. You know, we're not witches or anything, but you know they show that in different movies where, like, you know, a warlock or something like that read from a book, and then whatever's in that book will come into existence. All right, well they got that from hey, this is what we're doing. You know, this is the power that's been given unto us. Read it again. I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I showed them, and it said, I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. Right. You see? I can pretty much, you know, let's see. This is Revelation chapter 19. All right, this is Revelation chapter 19, verse 15. It says, yeah, Revelation chapter 19. Revelation 19 and 15, it says, and out of his mouth brought a sharp sword. That's right. Once again, who was the mouth of Yahweh Shema Shai? We are, right? And this sharp sword is talking about these prophecies, all right? It's like we're speaking, sword is coming. And what does a sword do? It chops things down, right? So these words are that's the word I'm looking for. It's pretty much causing these nations, beginning with Esau, to fall. All right. once again, it says, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. Woo! You see that? Once again, these words are jumping off the pages. It's going to jump off these pages, man, and slaughter. All right, they will be slaughtered through the words that we are speaking, that's being spoken against them. All right. Once again, it says, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. That's right. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty power. That's right. So with his word that we're speaking, he's going to smite, he's going to destroy the nations, man. All right? So yeah, man, that's all I have on that. Lord, when it's edifying. Until next time, I'm going to give all the praise and the glory and honors to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachai Kodash. Hopefully it's been an edifying camp. To the hopeful elect, Shalom.